Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Maria Lueth. Mia, I, uh, it's my name's over the years. I was born a Jennifer, so I was a part of the Jennifer Club for a very short period of time, and then I was adopted, and my name was changed to Maria, but most people just call me Mia. My legal name is Maria, so just so people don't get too confused, I just prefer Mia. Whatever Dr. Lueth will work. Um, I am briefly on today. Just number one. Let me turn on the light. It's been staying steady, but if I'm live, I just turn it on just in case any type of activity or it's been checked at least twice by three different people. One of them's me. The bulb's fine. There's no electrical issues at all. So, you know, the more natural world, you know, people need to understand I wouldn't just get online. I'm not the kind of person. Yeah, I'm not that kind of person. You just get aligned with like, oh look, my light is flashing. Yeah, that's not. It's all part of, a bigger picture. And so it just startled me because, you know, I've been through a few things, and those things aren't easy to really explain to certain people, especially certain people who, don't really want to listen to anyone else's perspective. Uh, that's difficult and it's hard. And so I'm one of those people who, sort of from a medical perspective, from a psychological human body physiology perspective, of course there's some things that concern me, but when it comes to spiritual matters, it's sometimes just faith. It's very hard for some people to describe, but uh other people it's a little more common that you may pick up something from across the veil, for you know what I mean, right? Or yeah, or get communication that you weren't used to getting. So I'm not as alarmed as a regular everyday person, I guess, just because of that. But I'm still, yes, there's still a presence. And that's all I can say to anybody. Uh, but again, I repeat, if I'm home, if there's any kind of activity, I will immediately go live. I am working on getting a live or another camera up and running. Um, that's not going to be live, but at least can collect some footage. But I do still need help um, in terms of my health. Some things are improving, which is good news. However, some things are pretty much staying the same, which is also good news. I mean, sometimes just staying in the same health is good news. Then, right? So uh, that's good, and I appreciate anybody who's prayed or sent positive high frequency vibes over this way. Again, anybody who is you're a prayer. If you could pray for Elkton, Maryland, just in general, just blessings, whatever. That would help us all, and it would certainly help me, and I would appreciate that kindness actually. But if you don't pray, that's okay. Just healthy thoughts. for Elton, Maryland. How we just say that. I did, like I said, most reviews. I'm totally having no way to purchase new things right this month or maybe even next month, but um, I was able because of a discount. It was a discount and no shipping that made this happen for Max. This you can buy them at other places. These are like little tiny like animal play pens, but like for bunnies or something. Well, bunnies will chew right through it. It's true. Anybody's had a bunny knows just bunny's gonna chew through it. But it could be used for a variety of things. It was like $4, and it's exactly the way it's described, and it's easy to fold up. It was worth $4, no doubt. But this is my uh yes, my way of making sure that when Max the hamster is in his little ball getting some exercise, exploring, that I don't accidentally do what I did. He was underfoot, and it's sort of like I still have a tiny bit of like athletic instinct, and so there was a ball in my kitchen. So I just pushed it aside with my foot. So hey, you don't like, no, you're not going behind me. It was like this quick thing, and poor Max was spinning around. He's okay, everybody. Thumbs up. He's fine. He just had a little spin. Yeah. So this is what I decided to buy so that he can just, and so he doesn't get stuck either, because he was getting stuck in other things. And so this is his little area where he can just uh, be in his ball, and it doesn't get stuck, and he can just keep in the same and get some exercise and look around. So that's something else that I got at Sheen. Sheen, yes. Uh, right. So sometimes even when you don't have a lot of money, um, like if you just wait a little bit, there might be like a time where there's free shipping, or a day when something's 50% off. But for Max, for $4, uh, it makes a huge difference. Like $4 makes a huge difference in my case and in Max's case. So uh, it's the perfect solution, so that I'm not accidentally thinking, right, I'm not gonna, like, if there's a ball in a little pen, yeah, it's fine, and that way I know he's not gonna get stuck. He can't get lost. So anybody's got smaller animal, you might not want to put them in it directly, okay, because it's like those kind of animals, hamsters, guinea pigs, bunnies, rabbits, they'll chew through it. But for Max being in a ball, though, he's kind of wrangled, so I don't have to sweat it. It's less stress for both of us. I'm trying to find this other picture. I'm grateful for my phone. It's just got very little, it doesn't have a lot of memory, and it doesn't have a chip. So, right, I can't, or it doesn't have a card or anything. So I have to take certain programs off sometimes to run other programs. Okay, here we go. This is Max, the winter white hamster, and he is a little bit aggressive, but he does let me pet him, and he did sit in my arm, and he's getting used to a few things. So But now I don't have to worry about Max and his bulb just roaming around the house. So I can say for sure that $4 for that, and it came perfectly fine. It came quickly. It's a good deal. I really needed it, just stress relief. So now I just can put Max in his little ball and he can exercise, and I don't have to worry. He's getting his time out moving around, and he's wrangled, and so this is stressless for me now, which is the whole purpose for me anyway. But if anybody else, has a hamster and you need something to wrangle, it's inexpensive. It's inexpensive. They can't like push it over. They can't. Yeah, so that's a good solution for me at Max anyway. Um, Lots of things are on hold. It is going into holidays for a variety of people all over the planet. So, things will slow down a little too, holidays. So I'm not in a big hurry, but yep, God Cares Ministries Limited. Anybody who can donate anything monetarily can go to giveify.com. God Cares Ministries Limited. At this point, if you put it in, there is something called a buddy fund. If you put it in there, I basically just briefly was trying to get a little assistance to get Buddy placed in a home. And well, I didn't get that, so I'm, ministry went down. Use ministry money, that, yeah. So anyway, but if it goes in the Buddy fund, it'll be used for some kind of animal, some kind of human and their animal, or some kind of animal and their human. But the rest is all administrative, and I'm pretty sure what the monthly overhead is now, since I've moved, and some prices are going up and some are going down. So it's kind of like an unstable economy at this moment for certain people. It's the way it comes across. So I do know what my monthly budget would be. $1,000 guaranteed monthly does at least keep the ministry open and allows me a little bit of, yes, less. Like, it reduces my stress entirely for just doing the nominal things to keep, yes, nominal things required for God Cares Ministries, but it's also, a lot of people will start asking for money in the holidays, and I don't know. I it, it's I'm not gonna get involved in some things for sure at this juncture, because like I'm closing down myself. I'm not gonna take hits for anybody, and I am actually very much interested in how, right, at least U.S. based law enforcement in some ways can, right, find bullies and abusers and angry people online where they reside, and have a way. There are ways. It's more, right now it's sort of like a interesting little dance, but end of story. I'm one U.S. American citizen who absolutely positively knows that if I'm sitting in my home in the United States of America and there are people trying to scam me, rip me off, uh, you know, get into ridiculous nonsense online, and don't think that you can be sued civilly anyway, well, you're wrong. I mean, just even in civil court terms, you understand? But criminally, everybody needs to remember the FCC, okay? Okay, there is federal regulation and oversight over all the communication, and that includes internet companies. And yep, okay. So, you know, me personally, I'll send out warnings and I'll tolerate a little bit, and I don't have a problem with certain things, and especially if I get to know you or whatever. But no way, man. I am a little concerned now that I have put something out live that there will be people who, yeah, they'll try. The fraudsters will try. And I'm so tired of the fraudsters that I don't really care anymore. Maybe it's a good thing I'm not law enforcement. But that's my statement on that. And I appreciate everyone who at least respects and understands that, because I certainly would be that way with everyone else online. Um, but also, I'd like to say Giveify. And if you don't know what it is, okay, just if you go to Giveify, all right, those of you who are a little leery about your credit card information or scams or frauds or whatever, Giveify requires all users uh, who want to use Giveify to collect money for their nonprofit. You must be a 501c3. You must have paperwork. You cannot use Giveify. So, just for peace of mind for some people, uh, a little bit. Number one, it's more secure than some other places for sure. And number two, they did the work for you to make sure that God Cares Ministries Limited, Elkton, Maryland, is an actual 501c3. And yes, good with the state. So those who are a little leery sometimes, okay, I can say that Giveify for sure will not let anyone use their platform unless they are bona fide and they have paperwork. Okay. So some of that work's been done for you. You can feel a little more secure, yes, about using Giveify. So I just wanted to explain that some people may not be as internet savvy. And I know a lot of people that just kind of use it for, yes, to talk to people further away, or for look for funny stuff, or just, you know, uh, mail. It's not your everyday kind of thing, I can say. For sure, Giveify does that. So Giveify is a more trusted way. So because I am also very careful, and I want to be very careful about, I mean, I wouldn't plan on selling anybody's information to anybody. I wouldn't make money that way. Um, so that's the way this ministry set up. It's set up to, yes, almost completely 100% eliminate fraud. So that's taken me extra time. And that part to me is worth it. But I certainly would not, want anybody, you know, having a hard time because they donated to a charity. You understand? Right. So Giveify is, you know, pretty safe, and they did the work for you. So, if there's fraudulent activity and Giveify finds it or something, they'll get kicked out. I mean, there's consequences. So at least with Giveify, if you give to this ministry any financial donations, Giveify is a very good way to do it. Test it, good way. Okay, so some people might be a little leery, I know, because I've had people, hack and whack in my bank account, and for me, it's like, what can I say? It's just like, well, go ahead. Well, you might as well just put money in there because you're not going to be getting much out. And so, Somebody hacks and whacks. Yeah. But somebody hacks and whacks charity money that's meant for that purpose. That, my friends, is a big no no. And that's where the goalie in me is like, I don't give a crap what kind of pain in the ass I might be to anyone when it comes to this. Okay? I've met fraudsters. Who are you hurting? Yeah, people like me. Hi. What did I ever do to any of you? What did a lot of people? There is harm happening. Financial harm is another way, and it is another way to get abused. So, everybody, just be more aware. I get being frustrated. I get, but once a day, everybody needs to stop asking me for money. I'm going to say that again. By any paranormal investigators, please check the last since October. It'll give you a rundown. I try to think of a lot of questions that, yes, an investigator would ask and answer them ahead of time, but I am still a little concerned. Um, so that's still out there. But every day I kind of try and think of some kind of tip that might be useful for somebody somewhere. But again, okay, do this one. All right. I need everybody to understand. Happy to serve non-Christians. Do you understand? I got right, but I'm not gonna have a single Christian give me crap. Please, just trust. Right? I mean, some of you are not exhibiting faith in the Holy Christ, but your mouth is running. So that's just all I need to say. Uh, it's not really about religion when it comes to me. I do care about mental health and welfare, and I care about, you know, making sure people know what actual, see how certain things emotionally or financially, other things can become abusive. Okay, because there are a lot of people, it's been their normal for a while. So it's not like they're going to be able to understand overnight. It's not like they're going to be able to. So I understand frustration and all that kind of stuff. Just you start feeling it, just immediately out of just, yes, make it reflex, just real quick. Okay. And if you need to unload or vent, try and do that with somebody who's aware that that's what you're doing, so they're not the end, or write a poem or go scream at the sky, or uh, you know, go in the bathroom and I don't know, something, right? Like, that's a kindness right there. Is if just tell someone right away, like, I am in a very bad mood and I don't want to say something stupid. I'm really sorry. Gotta go. Okay. I mean, do what you need to do, because that also is a kindness. So, you know, people measure kindness in ways uh, that there are other ways. There are other ways. So, everybody take care of yourselves, and I may be back. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.